cold shoulder.
Jeez.
Still in bars.
Tell Shola, you know the game's over.
Oh man, come on, man. This is what we're doing.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing to start off the show. Bars. I see. For our non-YouTube audience, building a little bit of suspense. For our YouTube audience, they see the vibe.
You know the vibes.
They see the vibe. Y'all are just taking your weeks off now that we have 3 people.
You gotta take advantage, you know?
I'm gonna take a week off next week, just for the hell of it.
We'll do the podcast remote.
I'll just be here chilling. Y'all can record. I'll just be here chilling. I'm in my room just chilling.
Man's in the background making lunch and shit.
I'm dead. Listen, man, episode 144. We are here, True North Views Podcast, Toronto's official, unofficial podcast, of course, discussing hip-hop, R&B, and the culture. Now, this will be a little bit different today with the intro. I go by the name of... Wait, hold on. I don't even have my...
Holy. Oh, that would have been perfect. Holy.
Okay, I go by the name of Harris.
You know what it is. Dill Dot, a.k.a. the podcast K Dot, a.k.a. Caramel Poppy, a.k.a. the Caramel God, a.k.a. Dill Indian Style, pulling up the logo, 3-pointers only, bang, 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 bang.
Man, oh man, that was good. I'll give you that. But and then something about Mr. Triple Double, no assists.
Skirt master,
I average 11.7 points a game. Uber everywhere. I don't even need the whip.
What else does he say? The triple double, no assists.
Stealing 70 mil from the TT Teeth. That's why we call him TT. That's why we call him TT Teeth around here. We don't call him TTC. We call him TT Teeth. That's funny. He goes by the name of Shola. He is not here. Low-key, they snake me still. But hey,
man,
it happens. It happens to the best of us.
You know?
And what he would normally say is that, as usual, we are here giving you our perspective, giving you our views. I used to say this part. Our views or perspective? It's our view. Our views. As usual, we're giving you our views. I wrote this. What am I doing?
So Shola remixed it.
Let's try this again. As usual, we're giving you our views from the perspective of a couple of first-generation Canadians. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Wow, 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 wow.
She's fighting today. I want my chips from the dip, that's all I know. That's all I know. What made him say that? I'm still confused.
I just want my chips with the dip. That's all I know.
The chips, the championships.
Yeah, he was hyped. We won the title. He was on so much shit talking. He's like, I just want my chips with the dip.
That's all I know. That's hard. That's
you know how people say you got too much chip on your dip. Yeah. You got too much dip on your chip. You got too much dip on your chip. I just want my chips with the dip.
You know what I'm saying?
That's all I know. That's one of the hardest.
That's crazy.
Celebration bars I've ever heard.
For real though.
I just want my chips with the dip. That's all I know. Let's let the people know where they can find us. Of course, at True North Views on Instagram, on Twitter, and on YouTube. On our YouTube, of course, you will find our full episodic experience. I was gonna wear all black. I said, let me not do that. It's sunny outside today. And then you came in with all black, Dill. So check our YouTube to see how we fumbled an opportunity to match. On our Instagram, of course, what you will find is sound bites from the respective episode for the week, different topics of conversation, different album reviews, different album commentary, whatever we're talking about from the respective episode. We want to take it to Instagram, bring some of the commentary there. We would love it if you guys like that, share that, put it in your story, comment on it, and sort of most importantly, participate in that discussion.
Tell your friends, tell your grandma.
That too. Bookmark, all that good stuff. Apparently, bookmark is real good for the algorithms.
Is it?
So, bookmark and save. We would definitely appreciate that. On our Twitter, random liking, random tweeting, random retweeting, hashtag of the day, topic of the day, whatever it may B. Just know that at this point, it's 144% likely that any tweet from the @TrueNorthViews Twitter account happened while I was
back home smoking legal,
pulling up meds.
You know what I started saying low key now? Or maybe not even started saying, but started catch myself saying. Remember last week you're like, yo, hear me. Da 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 da. There's a few times I'm like, yo, hear me. And I'm like, wait, why am I saying hear me? What's wrong with me?
That's hard though. Like people actually stop and like, yo, what the fuck? Let me hear this guy, bro.
Yo, hear me. Hear me. I forgot if I was saying something because I just started laughing. But nonetheless, that's okay. It is what it is.
Yeah, my bad.
Show we told the people where to find us. Oh no,
meditation. That's the most important part.
Holding up meds.
That's the most important part.
My fault. Meta. I was gonna say meditation. Medication. I was gonna
say metaphysics. So
metaphysics teaches you. Meditation teaches you two very important things. Teaches you awareness. Teaches you acceptance. If you can get those two things off, you get them Twitter fingers popping
and the podcast dropping.
Sure.
Bang.
Sure. Let me give you one of these.
Bro.
So we got no Shola today. He used his vacation days.
His PTO.
And we granted it. It's okay, you know.
Who's HR? Are you HR?
I am HR.
Oh shit.
It's Black History Month, so I said, listen, when else are we gonna grant a day off other than Black History Month? Final day of Black History Month as well. Wait, no, this episode comes out on March 1st. Never mind.
Damn.
But we recorded.
It's Black History Month.
We record. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Pre-potpourri. Do you have any random questions for pre-potpourri? Or do you want to go straight into music potpourri?
Like lifestyle questions? No.
Okay, music potpourri then, cause
straight in.
I got nothing to ask either. So we're gonna go straight into music potpourri. It's gonna be an interesting show for sure, cause not much has happened, and not much music has come out.
Yeah,
so how are we gonna do this one? Let's find out. As usual, we're gonna start with happy birthdays in the culture. I only pulled up 3 birthdays. Low key, when I search hip hop birthdays, I get really shitty results.
Like what?
Like one name for every 20th day. Like,
oh shit.
I'm sorry.
So it's not even like the day.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. So I found 3 birthdays of people in the culture. They're all born on the 24th of February. One of them is born in 1977.
Jeez.
One of them is born in 1994.
Wow.
One of them is born in 1989.
Who's born in 94?
So for reference, 44 years old, 27 years old, and 32 years old. I'm going to ask you to guess which one is which.
Cheke.
Daniel Kaluuya. Of course, he is from Black Panther. He's from Black Mirror. He did the Judas and the Black Priest.
Yeah, that's the one.
So, yeah, he's in all of that.
He's a good fucking actor, too, yeah.
Good actor.
So 94. What was the second?
94, 77, or 89?
89.
Okay. Yeah. Ding.
Yeah.
We need a ding. Let me give you this.
Bitch, you guessed it. Woo! You was
motherfucking right. That was good. We should get that. The next 2 are very obvious. Floyd Money Mayweather.
94. That's been fighting for 25 years, but he's born in 94.
That's it. So he's obviously born in 1977, and then Earl Sweatshirt is born in 1994. Happy birthday to the 3 of them. Let's give them some.
Shout out to Earl, man.
We need a new album, Earl.
For real, though.
What do we got next? You had some question?
Yeah, so I was talking to one of my boys. Shout out to YYZ Radio. Everybody follow them, show them some love. Putting on Toronto music and culture. But I was chilling with those guys the other day, and he posed a. I don't think he posed a question. He just stated it. Mm-hmm. So he's like, Kodak Black is the most lyrical rapper for his generation. And I wanted to ask him. First of all, what does that mean? Like, who is it? His generation, and lyrical how? And I was very confused by that. So like I didn't think about that before. I didn't consider Kodak Black to be lyrical. But then I kind of went back.
New age lyrical.
Yes. And I went back to listen to his music. And I'm like, you know what?
I get it.
I get it. Like, you're not entirely wrong. I still don't agree with you, but I don't disagree with you either.
I think because it's not done in maybe a traditional way.
Yeah.
I think the closest thing we got to somebody who's lyrical in a new age way, but still kind of gives you a little bit of a, let's say, current gen or old school gen vibe, is Lil Baby.
Baby.
I think it has to be Lil Baby. But at the same time, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I can acknowledge where I'm ignorant per se on who is even considered his contemporary.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
That would be up there. I don't know. I don't know the answer.
First time I heard about Kodak was in 2016. But he's 23 years old.
Yeah.
So I'm like, who came up with him? So I thought about like the freshman class. That would probably be like the best like benchmark for his contemporaries, because that's when he fully came out into the forefront. So I'll use that as like
But do you use, make an NBA reference, do you use who's in your draft, or do you use who's relevant around the same number of years that you've been? You know what I'm saying? Because
that's a good question.
Some rookies fall off early.
Once you're in the league, you're in the league. So
exactly.
Those are who you're
otherwise you're talking. Otherwise you put in, obviously I'm not talking lyrical, but you're putting Lil Pump in the same category. You're putting...
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Trying to figure out, like, if that's the case, then yeah, of course, he's the most lyrical.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they've relatively fallen off comparatively. So you almost have to put Kodak in the same category as you would a Lil Baby, as you would Rest in Peace King Von, as you would... You know what I'm saying? Like that type of energy, sound, whatever you want to call it.
And then I wouldn't say Polo G, because Polo G is still relatively new, but if you put it in that sense, then it's pretty close. It gets a bit harder to say that he is the most lyrical. But
what I will say is that you can't really say. Again, I'm not even saying he's most lyrical. I'm not gonna call him a top this or top that. But what you can say is that in terms of lyrical content, he at least participates.
1,000%.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'll say like he is respected by the elder statesmen in hip hop.
Yeah.
So I think that's enough credit for him.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I agree. It's like almost like a way, somewhat of a different way, but almost like the way Cordae is respected. And you can even say Cordae is his contemporary, because Cordae is 23.
Exactly.
So, I'm sorry. No.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't fully agree with you, but I can't disagree either.
Exactly. I can't hate on it. I really can't.
Because I fuck with Kodak's music. He makes great music. He paints pictures well. He makes great music, so I can't deny him.
But I did start thinking, it's interesting that you posed this question, because I did just sort of think to myself, just this week randomly, I was just like, I mean, you always sort of ask yourself how connected you are to current hip hop, right? Because let's be honest, what was current hip hop to us at one point in time? It was also when we were 11 years old.
Yeah.
It was also when we were 12. It was also when we were 14. So It's not just what your adult brain can process. It's also what are kids listening to and what are they gravitating towards.
That's true.
Right? So, you kind of check yourself from time to time. You're like, am I still connected? And I kind of asked myself that very same question, like, what's considered lyrical nowadays?
Yeah.
Outside of artists that make more traditional music, outside of them, because they still appease to our relatively older ears.
I want to ask, that's a good point.
They still appease to that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? But artists that are, like, for somebody to say Kodak is not appeasing to an older sound. He's a lyrical version of current sound, of his sound.
Yeah.
So I'm asking myself, like, what does lyrical even mean? Like, what does that look like?
Like, what does that look like
and
today,
how do you distinguish?
In 2021.
What makes Kodak lyrical but Moneybagg Yo not? You know what I'm saying? Is it like, are they rapping about more real shit? Is it the words? Like,
that's a good question.
Because the cadence and the beat and the bop is the same.
Yeah.
And
it kind of led into like we were talking about Gucci Mane as well. Like we're like trying to think about Gucci Mane, because he's older, like he's from a different generation, but he's kind of like the blueprint for that. For that whatever music Kodak is making.
And it's hard to even say blueprint for anyone, because like everyone states that every artist is the blueprint for every sound.
Yeah.
Right? But definitely one of the early adopters of a type of rap where the traditional ear maybe would not have considered it lyrical.
Yeah.
But those who are
Gucci
really
lyrical.
listening are like, nah, he is.
Yeah.
For this reason, for that reason. And again, I think it has to do with either the vision within the rap or the relatability or you feel the emotion in the words. Something. It's got to be something that kind of gravitates you. But it's interesting. It's real interesting. Like, what is modern day lyrical rap?
Yeah, I was kind of fucked up for a second about it. I'm like, what does that even mean?
I don't know. Help us out in the algorithms. Comment on
the
that.
algorithms.
Comment on
Let
that.
us know the algorithm.
But let's have a real good discussion about that because that's
I'm genuinely
one.
curious. I want to ask like a bunch of little kids what they
What do you
think.
consider lyrical rap?
Yeah,
kid?
like,
well, I'm just saying. Let's move on. We got some prayers for Tiger Woods. I know there was an update. So, of course, with Tiger Woods, we heard about a single vehicle crash. It looked real bad. The car was flipped over. It was like in a ditch or something like that. It looked real bad. I know he had suffered sort of multiple leg fractures, wounds, this, that, or something. I think the latest update that I saw was from like Friday midday type of thing. And it says here, Tiger Woods is in good spirits after being moved to a new LA hospital for treatment from injuries that he sustained in a car accident. So the statement on the Golfing Champions Twitter account said that he received successful follow-up procedures at Cedars Sinai Medical Center. And in terms of what he suffered a fractured leg and a shattered ankle. Oof. Yeah. And again, that was an accident that happened late February. Which saw him cut from his vehicle. Yeah, he had to get like they had to
the jaws of life.
Jesus,
that's how you know it's fucked, bro. He's lucky to be alive. I know. I was happy to read that like it didn't have anything to do with like intoxication, like alcohol or drugs or anything like that. So it's just driving. Well, I'm not happy, but like fuck, it's like
well, happy because it's not like just to even
because like knowing his history, like him, like it's as a possibility. So I'm like, okay, maybe he just fell asleep, like he was tired. I don't know, lost track of the road or whatever.
Yeah, even if it's texting and like that happens, right? So I'm texting and podding, so
prayers though.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely prayers. Definitely happy to hear that he is in good spirits, and let's shake it off for Tiger Woods, y'all. Tiger Woods, y'all.
Tiger Woods, y'all.
Tiger Woods, y'all. Where was that from again? Tiger Woods, y'all.
Man, I can't even remember, bro. But it's like so like
implanted in my brain.
In the culture, like it's like fuck, I don't know.
Bobby Bike.
Let us know in the comments.
Bobby Shmurda is home, so let's give him an air horn.
Salute to fucking Bobby Shmurda, bro. First of all, the memes are fucking hilarious.
Bobby Bike.
The fucking
what memes have you seen,
me, bro? The fucking Avengers one was hilarious.
With the hat.
Yeah. I was like, yo, that's crazy. There's a lot of them.
Oh man,
there's a lot.
There's definitely a lot of them. I have a few video footages that kind of capture some of his first moments. I think he documented his first day, I think, or someone or something documented his first day. So there's quite a bit of videos out with just kind of some reactions. He's on FaceTime here with, I'm not exactly sure who.
I think it was Rowdy Rebel.
Not even that clip yet, but just him getting out.
Oh my goodness, look at my baby, how are you?
There you go, must be his mother.
King!
So just some reaction video there of him sort of coming out, talking to, I'm assuming, his mom for the first time. You mentioned a Bobby Rowdy clip as well.
When they were trying to figure out how
shit
works.
Was funny. Actually, before we get to that, Bobby Shmurda's first... Okay, I'm not going to say, yo, if you went in, let's not talk about that. Let's just talk about a return meal. What meal are you requesting?
That's a good fucking question. I probably want to eat something juicy, like probably like I probably want fast food because I don't think I can get fast food like that in there. Like I'm used to I know he had like whatever he had when he came home, but like I would want something that I haven't had in a while. something juicy. Probably like a Baconator.
Okay. It's interesting that you say that because I would have I'm not thinking about the succulent last meal type of meal either. Like, first of all, Bobby Shmurda requested 50 pounds of oxtail.
I've seen that.
So I'm gonna just put that out there. A Jamaican king.
That's pricey as
A
fuck
Jamaican
too, you know,
king, that is-
oxtail is expensive, bro.
That shit is woo.
50 pounds, bro. Are you crazy?
But when you say fast food, it's interesting because when I think about what my sort of first meal would be, I need that American breakfast, fam. I need a stack of pancakes, sausage
What's it called?
paws,
Lumberjack breakfast from Denny's?
bacon. I need something.
Yeah.
Big breakfast, lumberjack, sunny set breakfast,
Jeez,
whatever
with
it's
bacon
called.
and the sausage.
I need
and the ham.
I need waffles and French toast and pancakes.
That's wild.
I need orange juice and tea and water. I need it all. And coffee. But no, shout out to Bobby Shmurda for that. The Bobby Rowdy on IG Live figuring out. Let's see if we can listen to some audio of that because that shit
was funny.
That shit was killing me.
Right there, the dog. Hold on. No, you're trying to.
You got money.
So Bobby is eating. He's in his car
Son, I want to see my boy
talking.
face. Hold on, son.
Rowdy don't know how to do it.
Dentist. I'm in Long Island, son. I'm in Long Island at the dentist.
What you getting done?
Jibs.
My jibs.
My jibs.
Yes, Fetty, how you turn the camera?
Fetty?
Reverse. What
It's
reverse?
like how you turn the camera, Fetty. You the pro. How you turn the... And then Bobby's like, press the reverse. Press the reverse.
It's not there, my boy.
Press the reverse. You see the reverse. Press it. And then Bobby and Meek Mill were on IG Live as well. I don't have video footage of that, but yeah, they documented it somewhere. Hung out with Bobby Shmurda for his
That's
first
fire
24.
though. Like that's how you're supposed to get welcomed home. To be honest, like you should get welcomed home to some like food, some tings. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know?
How do you feel? Speaking of, how do you feel
What, the tings?
about No. Somebody in the comments says something along the lines of I haven't seen that many threes since Stephen Clay. I was like,
Hey man,
oh.
hey man, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. And when you've been surrounded with mandem all fucking for 7 years, bro, I don't think a three matters.
No, people on social media were also getting at him for like, oh, here we go, white women, da 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 da.
Nigga. Okay, I'm not saying the N-word.
All I'm gonna ask, I have an interesting question to ask. All I'm gonna ask
let's
is,
hear it.
okay, Bobby's fresh out, right? These aren't meant to be wives. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, definitely
So if you want Bobby Shmurda to disrespect a woman, why do you want it to be a black queen?
not. A black queen. Come on, guys.
That's all I'm asking.
We're not doing that.
I'm just asking a question.
And what if he asked for the white women? Yo, what if he said, "Yo, when I get home, I'm gonna need some white women, bro."
Oh man,
Hey, man.
you like to see him? There was footage of him in the club. He's drinking a soda. Gets a drink handed to him. He's like, "Nope."
Nah, I'm good.
There was obviously think pieces on that, and then he replied to it just like, "Nah, like I'm on parole."
Man's on conditions, bro. What do you want the man to do?
I was like, "I'm on parole."
That's crazy.
So you are happy to see him not wilding out at least.
Yeah, that's
at
good.
least not right away, if at all.
He's gonna be wilding out for sure, though.
I mean, but in
that's first day out, bro. Like first week out, I don't expect him to do anything too
but
crazy.
in private though, right? Like
Yeah, for sure.
not in any public setting. I think he'll be smart about it. Like you go in, you do that time, you definitely smarten up. So and he still has that momentum. He still has everyone waiting for what he's gonna drop. And like we saw with Rowdy, it ain't gonna miss.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I can't wait to see what he fucking has in the chambers.
Likewise. No, I'm definitely looking forward to that. Let's move on to some Keep It or Leak It.
What do we got?
Some Keep It or Leak It. We got Cardi and Mariah. What are they doing? They're working on something. Cardi and Mariah, the Mariah Carey, asked Cardi B to do a collab in the future as well as a possible bra line together.
Ooh.
Carey says, I'm just asking because I feel the same way, and I have it in a different way because people don't know how to categorize me sometimes, and that sucks. But I think people should listen to the words that you say because you're saying it from firsthand experience. You've gotten less than what other artists who are not artists of color, and yet your influence has been way broader. So let's fix that. we're going to do that. We're going to do our bra line, and one of these days, can we do a song together? Cardi B says, I would love that. I would love to do a record that touches souls. You had me heartbroken when I was 11 years old, and I didn't even have a boyfriend. That's good. But yeah, no, keep her leak. Cardi B,
Cardi music.
I was gonna say Meg Thee Stallion. Wow. Cardi B, fucking Mariah Carey, collab, keep her leak. Bra line, keep her leak.
Yeah, I'd love to buy my hypothetical shorty some Carrie Cardi. Some Carrie Cardi bras. The bras would be fire.
Carrie Cardi couture. And then what about the record? Yeah, I know. I feel the same way. We don't want to say it, but we just move on to the next one. Yeah. Next, keep it or leak it. Next, keep it or leak it. I think will be much more preferred. We have a new potential group, a new super group, I guess, in the works.
Bro.
I forgot their name already. Silk Sonic.
That's fire.
Yes, I'm glad you remember the name. Silk Sonic. And this is Anderson Paak and Bruno Mars releasing a joint album together. I think they have their single coming out next week, if I'm not mistaken, and followed by, again, a joint album, Keep or Leak.
I was thinking about this the other day. If this shit is done right, because Bruno Mars is an absolute fucking super mega star.
Yes.
At this point. Anderson Paak is a star. I wouldn't say he's a superstar.
I think he's very borderline superstar.
1,000%.
Not pop mega number star, but respected James Blake type of superstar
within the industry and somewhat out of it.
Frank Ocean type. Actually, no, he's more mega. Yeah. He's more mega. Yeah. Sorry. Okay,
but he's almost there. So I feel like if this is done right, now this might be like a bit crazy to say, but I think this album can go fucking like. No, I'm not saying it.
Diamond?
Yeah, I was gonna say it. I was gonna say that.
Listen,
as Bruno Mars, at the end of the day, Bruno Mars is like, he was doing like shit The Weeknd's doing now, like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a super mega star.
The only thing that I wonder with this project and with respect to numbers, we're only talking numbers right now. The only thing that I wonder is, we know Bruno Mars to be very produced, right? The way, to your point,
1,000%.
like Weeknd is right now, right? If Weeknd, and I'm just using random names here, if Weeknd were to do a project with Party Next Door, it wouldn't be Weeknd numbers, because it would be Weeknd coming down to make regular music again. I'm using a lot of air quotes in this, listeners. You know what I'm trying to say?
I know what you're trying to say.
It's almost not intended for big mass audience, even though it still is.
Yeah.
Because it's still a collab. It's still a big deal. But I feel like what we're going to get on this is a super more like musical version of Bruno. And I've been begging for a musical version of Bruno.
Like a stripped down, not as polished.
Still do numbers.
Still,
but absolutely. I almost think Bruno by himself does more numbers than what this would do.
That's an interesting thought.
You know what I mean?
Oh, fuck.
Check our YouTube, see what happened.
Yeah, I can almost agree with that, but I feel like, what if it does the opposite and it brings Anderson Paak to Bruno's level, and it goes like super polished and super.
And I hope that's the case.
You know what I mean? Like, because Anderson Paak does that shit. Like, he does like the tempo funky shit, and Bruno Mars has been killing that shit. So what if they collide? Well, they're obviously colliding, but it goes on to like the super polished pop level of that.
Yo, on some real shit, I think I have the perfect comparison for what they call Silk Sonic. I have the perfect comparison for who Silk Sonic is. Silk Sonic, Anderson Paak, and Bruno Mars. I'm making the comparison to Goku and Vegeta.
Oh!
Fusion dance.
Oh, shit. Gogeta?
It's either Gogeta or it's Vegito. They put the POTPOURRI earrings on. Whichever way you want to go.
Oh, shit.
This, to me, I think it's just like, it's almost like two people that were meant to be on a collision course. Finally coming together. And you didn't even expect it. It's not like we were begging for this, but it's like, whoa, this is the definition of, you know, when people say, this is the collab I didn't know I needed. Yeah. And they just say that just to say it. I think this is like the definition of, this is the collab I didn't know that I needed.
Yeah.
Because now that I see it hyped up, I need it. Prior to that, I never thought about it once.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to see what the features are going to be like. I don't know if it's going to be like them, the whole entire album, or if they're going to have other feature artists.
I just hope it's them. I don't even need features. I don't.
No, honestly, I don't. But I would like to.
I don't.
I don't know.
Why water it down?
I don't need it. I think it's just them. I think that's good enough. Yeah, leak that shit.
Yeah, leak that shit. Are we moving on? Do we have any more keep it or leak it or?
No, I think that's it.
All right, so let's move on to our shout-outs. In that case, we got a motherfucking shout-outs. I got 2 shout-outs in the building. Both of them have to do with marijuana.
Well, I have an additional shout-out.
Okay, go ahead.
Remy Ma.
What she do? She had a kid?
She did have a kid. But she launched her own record label.
Oh, yeah. I think we may have shouted that out.
Last week?
No, I think when she announced it a long time ago. Wait, did it just officially happen?
I guess it just officially happened.
Okay, we may have talked about the announcement of it, but that's definitely a shout out to actually have it in fruition now. It exists. It's there.
It's there. It's out. It's called Reminisce.
Reminisce, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently she's the youngest woman to be a CEO or black woman to be a CEO.
That's dope.
In the industry.
That's dope.
So that's fire.
Shout out to Remy Ma for that. Second shout out goes to Jay-Z. Jay-Z, we know what happened in the news this past week in terms of LVMH Moet Hennessy.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They acquired a 50% stake in his Ace of Spades brand. He had some words on it. I know Jay-Z was on, I think, like CNBC or something like that. So let me just play some of that.
To see you on the news of this deal. Jay-Z, I was hoping we could start with you. Good morning. Good morning to both of you. Jay-Z, I was hoping we could start with you because I know that you are incredibly particular about how you do things. You talked about this with Tidal. You don't do things the easy way. You do things the way you think are going to have the best results. So why Moet?
They just was aligned in our thinking and thoughts and, the way they care about products and creating products. When we built Armand from the ground up, we wanted to do things right. Integrity of it had to be right. The soil, of course, it had to be in Champagne because it can't be called Champagne unless it's from the region. When we build luxury products, whether it be from Rock Nation to Monogram to whatever we building luxury products, and Moet Hennessy goes about it the same way. So we were aligned in our thoughts of.
Great to see you.
Did you see Monogram? Monogram did an interview. I was gonna send it. I forgot because I was watching it. They did an interview with Tinashe.
Oh, really?
And it was very weed centric, and she's talking about her first time trying it and just what the atmosphere was like. And it's shot well. I think it's shot well. Interview, a little 5-minute interview. I think look on Tinashe's Twitter, and you'll find that.
Hey, Tinashe.
You'll find that. And then again, I don't want to go in depth with the article with any sort of specifics, but
shout out to Hove, man.
It's just another business move.
I love that. When you build luxury brands,
That's crazy.
Shout out to Hove, bro.
That's crazy for sure. Let's give a shout out to Hove for that.
How much? It was over 50% of the company.
I think it was a 51% or 50%. I don't remember which one it is.
That's fire. So he still has ownership in it.
Yeah, and the numbers was something crazy.
200 plus, I think.
Oh, I don't remember what the numbers. I know they had a number with his original stake.
Yeah.
Compared to what it's worth now, or compared to what he sold it for. Let's see here. Yeah, I can't find any numbers very quickly, so let's move on. But nonetheless, shout out to Hove. That's super dope. Next shout out is in order for the state of New Jersey. Why are we shouting out the state of New Jersey? Well, the state of New Jersey tweeted, legalized it. And it's an image of what looks like their state covered in marijuana leaves.
Nice.
So, shout out to that. Shout out to the legalization of that. That's a big look, obviously. Let's just hope that, some equality within the industry will show its face at some point
like
in time.
Canada.
Not like anywhere.
Like some bullshit.
We know how that goes. New music. As usual, shout out to Ball Till We Fall. Alex, you know the vibes. Need to Know Podcasts for providing that music list of what has come out for the week. Do you have that list? Or you want me to just name them off here?
Yeah. That'd be great.
All right, so we have quite a few records that are out, but also not really much at the same time. Pop Smoke AP, that's a single. Bryson Tiller with the Anniversary Deluxe. Five records added to that at the end of the project. Freddie Gibbs came out with Winter in America. That's a single. Tink came out with That's a Vibe. It's a 2-pack, although I didn't see that. I don't know if that's on like SoundCloud or something. Currensy came out with Collection Agency. That's an album. Noname came out with Rainforest. That's a single. Tinashe came out with I'm Every Woman. That's a single, and it's literally just that. It's just her singing I'm Every Woman.
Really? So it's a cover?
Yeah, basically. I'll take it, though. Not bad. Shout out to Tinashe. They, featuring Kiana Lede, with the remix to Count Me In. YG, featuring Big Sean, Go Big. That's from the Coming to America soundtrack. Chloe and Haley came out with the Chrome edition of Ungodly Hour. I don't know what that means, but it sounds very Dragon Ball Z-esque. DDG and OG Parker, featuring 42 Doug, came out with Money Long. That's a single. Your favorite rapper, T Grizzly, came out with Robbery Part 2. Kyle featuring Josh Golden came out with But Cha. That's a single.
Buck Cha?
But. I don't know if they're trying to be Jamaican, like But Cha. But it says But Cha. Like,
all right.
Casey Veggies came out with CG5. It's an album. Becky G featuring Burna Boy with Rotate. Leon Bridges featuring Kate Young. I don't know if that's Kate or Kitty, or I don't know how to pronounce that. Keite. Like a Ship. That's a single. Georgia Smith came out with the Come Over remix featuring Oh Boy. Post Malone came out with Only Wanna Be With You. That's for the the Pokemon 25th version, 25th anniversary, whatever they have going on there. Duke Deuce came out with Duke Nukem. That's an album. Draco the Ruler, your favorite album of the week.
It's fire.
Came out with The Truth Hurts. Again, that's an album. JID came out with Skigi. I don't know how to pronounce that. That's a single. Chase Fetty came out with Count Me In. That's an album. Joyce Rice featuring Freddie Gibbs, On One. That's a single. And that's kind of it. In terms of what has come out. Fred the Godson as well came out with Ascension. That of course is a posthumous release. And that's an album. In terms of what we listened to, not much. I'm not gonna lie to you, not much.
Honestly,
not much. I'll touch on Fred the Godson real quick. That one's called Ascension. It's 9 songs. It's 29 minutes. Rest in peace to Fred the Godson. He passed away in 2020. I think it was COVID related. I could be mistaken there.
Do you remember Joe Budden podcast talking about it?
Yeah. I believe so. And I mean, in a lot of ways, it's quote unquote typical Fred the Godson, and that's a good thing, right? I mean, you're getting soul samples on this, you're getting boom bap on this. I noticed, I don't know if it was just by way of Spotify or if it's intentional, but there are features on here, but I didn't see any of them listed.
I hate when they do that.
But for some reason I liked it on here. I said, you know what? Okay, this makes sense. This is kind of the last album that we're gonna get from Fred the Godson, so to speak. Yeah. So let's kind of just have his name on it. I also noticed as well there's some bigger samples on this project. So I'm wondering if some things were cleared to kind of just respect who Fred the Godson is, who he was. Let me see if I can pull up a few records really quickly here. I know track 4, for example, is called Presidents. And you guessed it, it is the Dead President's beat, or I should say a sample from that beat.
Shake it to trial, and they still gave him 15 or some. I need more than 16. I'm up as presidents to represent. Serve every fiend in my residence.
And then there was another record that used the sample. I think I Shot You used one as well. I Shot You Part 2.
Lying about some drugs, talking plugs and no appliances. You broke ass nigga getting slow to cheddar. You can't get bill money, still go home and stress up.
And then I think On the Block used one as well. That's track 5, On the Block. I could be wrong.
Squeeze a banana at your plate. Mofongo, he had the cheese in the spot. My son, though, we played the key on the block.
Nonetheless, I mean, good music.
Yeah, shout out to Fred, man.
Good music, good driving music, good weather's getting slightly warmer type of music.
You know what I'm saying? Woodbine weather, Woodbine beach weather.
But yeah, no, definitely. Shout out to Fred the Godson, Ascension. That's a good project. I downloaded that. I listened to that more than once. It's definitely worth a download, worth a listen, and there's a lot of enjoyment to be had on that project. And then I'll quickly touch on Currensy. You didn't listen to that?
No, I didn't.
Currensy Collection Agency. It's 10 songs, 23 minutes. This guy comes out with a project
I was going to say, I can't keep up, bro.
He comes out with a project every fucking week.
I'm sure it's good.
Of the 10 songs, again, just a lot of kind of typical Currensy.
Yeah.
Average in some ways. Enjoyable, but average in some ways. Track 2, Smiled on Me, and then track 10 called Misty. Those are probably 2 of the records that I was feeling the most. Again, let's just bump a little bit of that. Currensy. Again, that one is called Collection Agency. Track 2 is called Smiled on Me.
My Will within me had phase, I knew that I would find a way. 9 commas slide across the ceiling of my ray. Rocket ships I drive in my period like outer space. I like it, I buy slide.
Just kind of typical Currensy in a lot of ways. Track 10 is called Misty.
Go perfect with them, pro ball and regulations, Spalding Wilson, y'all some nerf niggas. You play that game around here, you might get hurt, nigga. The South still got something to say, jet life all day.
Of course, he very much makes
Back home smoking legal.
Oh, hell yeah.
type of music, and it definitely fits the script for that. Enjoyable project, Currensy Collection Agency, 10 songs, 23 minutes, nice and compact. Go listen to it. And then very quickly, I'll also mention Deuce. I gave that a half of a spin, I suppose. I liked it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I liked it. It kind of gives you that Memphis bounce right out the gate, especially on the intro. We know Deuce is a Memphis rapper. He got quality features on there. I saw Offset on there. Who else is on that one? Hold on. Deuce. ASAP Ferg, Offset, Young Dolph, Fujiano, Lil Keed, and Big Lotto. So we got names on there.
Is that what she's going by now?
Oh, no, it says Mulatto on there. It says Mulatto on there. But, yeah, I mean, decent project. Got that bounce to it. At the very least, you can bump it. You might not be listening super in-depth for lyricism or, he's no Kodak. You know what I'm saying? But it got that bounce to it, and that's really all you can ask for.
I guess it probably hits in Memphis because when you were playing it, it was like meh, it's like whatever. And then ASAP Ferg came, I was like, okay, that's a bit different. But other than that, I was just like, okay.
Memphis audience, let us know in the comments.
shout out to Memphis though.
We're doing anything for the algorithms at this point.
I slapped you guys up in a soccer tournament a couple of years ago. It's all good though.
Jeez.
Shout out to Memphis.
Shout out to Memphis barbecue. You don't fuck with Memphis barbecue?
I never had Memphis barbecue.
Oh wow. Okay.
Pure disappointment. Okay.
Albums. I don't think there's. Did you listen to any albums or just singles?
I listened to just singles. Just
The
Tiller. Yeah.
Let's talk about Bryson Tiller. So Anniversary Deluxe. 5 songs added to the end. What'd you think about the added songs?
I was upset that he didn't separate them, but like the other deluxe albums, where it's 1 to 10, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So,
what do you mean? You want the 5 songs to be sprinkled in at 2 and 7?
No, not like that, but when it usually when it's a deluxe, it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, and then it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it didn't do that. So I was
like, Apple Music thing though. Still, yeah, Spotify never does that.
That kind of pissed me off because I'm okay, because I didn't add the whole album last time, so I didn't know which songs were the added songs.
Yeah.
So it's like, fuck, okay, so I gotta re-listen to it. But like, when I re-listen to the whole album, including the deluxe album, like the deluxe part, whatever, it sounds really fucking good, man.
You know what's crazy? That again, that you're saying that. To me, like, I don't think I gave this album enough love when it came out. Because I was just like, I mean, it's cool, whatever, it's cool, it's Tiller, it's good. But I wasn't really taking it in.
Yeah.
And I think I did the same thing for these deluxe tracks that were added. Like, I was bumping it, I'm like, okay, it bumps. It's that kind of music, you know, that kind of underwater R&B, that Toronto sound and R&B. We know what it is already. And then I bumped it again, and I was like, no, these are some real fucking good records.
It's fire.
Like, these are some real good records. I think I got to bump the whole album again. Because...
Yeah, bump it through all the way through, and then you'll see, like, okay, this is actually cohesive. It goes together, and it bangs. Like, I found tracks that I didn't add last time, but I think it was only, like, 1 or 2 anyways.
Yeah.
But when I re-listened
to it how many did you add the first time? Because
I basically added the whole album, because those are my top 5 albums last year anyways.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
And then
there was, what, 10 records on the first?
10 records, yeah.
And you probably added, like, 7 of them.
Yeah.
So you found one more to
I'm
make
like,
it 8.
oh, shit. I'm like, that's fire. So I added those songs, and then plus the deluxe. I'm like, this is a great fucking album, even with the deluxe.
Yeah.
So this is probably, like, the best deluxe album that's came out in, like last, like, 10 months or whatever.
And I think the key to that is the fact that the album itself is not long.
Yeah.
And you're adding enough of a deluxe for it to feel deluxe. Like, it's not 13 songs, add 2.
And then 13 songs, add another 13 songs.
Add 13 songs, or 8 songs, add another 8.
I'm like, nah,
it's a good balance. It's 10 songs, add 5.
Yeah, that was great.
I want to give that full album a spin again, because I definitely know I didn't give that album enough love, for sure. I skipped over it.
Sorrows is definitely one of my favorite R&B. Well, I don't even know if that's R&B, but it's one of my favorite songs, period. In like the last
from the album?
Yeah, in the last, like, all in general, like in music, period.
Shit.
Sorrows is fire.
From the deluxe, I really liked, I think it was the second track on the deluxe. No, the third track on the deluxe is called Losing Focus.
Fire.
Where is that one? So track 13.
So I'm picking up your friends, give me dirty looks, cause they know a lot. 100 with you, yeah, they know I'm not. Give it 25, not a whole lot. A new text you would be a long shot, cause these conversations being bone dry.
Like, he's spazzing. Like, I usually don't love R&B rap unless it's black. So, like, when R&B dudes start to rap, unless it's Beyonce, then it's different.
What about, you don't like Chris Brown when he raps?
I don't love it.
Fuck, I can't stand it. I don't like it.
I don't love it. But I actually liked this R&B rap. I was like, okay, I'm fucking with Rap and Tiller. I'll take that. I'll take that for sure.
That shit.
But that's a good project. I do want to spend some more time on that entire project, but I know the deluxe part of it for sure is worth the listen, worth the download, worth a repeat of those 5 records. To your point, I liked like 3 of the records on the deluxe. Like, I would download them, that type of thing. If I downloaded specific tracks off the album, I definitely would pick like 3 of the deluxe on the 5. So
yeah, I think so too.
It's good. It's good shit.
How do you do deluxe albums? Like, for me, like, on Apple Music is different. So, like, the deluxe is separate from the regular release, which is retarded. Actually, I don't even know if I'm supposed to say retarded.
I don't think you're supposed to say
Sorry,
that.
guys.
So we're gonna just go ahead and
anyway. So, like,
whenever someone on this podcast says something that I don't, I just.
Anyways, what the fuck was I saying? So, like
how do you do it?
Separate. So, like, do you, like, delete the old album and then just re-download the deluxe? Like, that's dumb. Like, why don't they just, like, add the deluxe songs to the regular release album? Unless it's for streams, I guess.
For streams.
Yeah.
Everything's for streams and data and collection and
stupid.
Everything. And
but so
sometimes
now I have 2 full albums.
Sometimes you don't want to. Sometimes you don't want to bump a deluxe version though.
Yeah, but it's the same album. Like, if I just have it in the same thing.
Yeah, but it's like an OCD thing.
Yeah, that's fucking me up. Because, like, now I have 2 separate albums for no reason.
Hey man, you got to get more gigs on your phone.
I have 128.
Got to get that 256, man.
Woo!
Gotta get that 256.
I don't know.
Yo, my phone is on its last legs. My phone's on its last, but it's 256 gigs. So it's like, what do I do, fam?
How do you go through that much? I don't even think I'm that close on 128.
You just don't delete shit.
That's wild.
That's wild. No, I think I still got like 100 free gigs on my shit. But if it was like a 128, it would be borderline full.
Jeez.
If not full.
I gotta double check.
I don't know.
Fine, though.
I don't know. I gotta clean some shit up. Let's move on. To some singles. Freddie Gibbs, Freddie Gibbs, by the way, also released the deluxe version of his Pinata album.
I didn't see that either. What the
83 songs at 3
hours
hours
for it, but now I'm not looking for
and 57 minutes.
Why?
Now it's remixes and DJ versions and instrumentals, and it's more of like a here's a package rather than.
So he was trying to clear up space on his laptop then, or his hard drive, I guess.
Why not dump it on streaming so you don't gotta hold it no more, right?
That's crazy.
His record though, Winter in America, it's part of something. It says it's from Black History Always / Music for the Movement Volume 2. I don't know what that is.
I'm confused.
I don't know if that's a mixtape.
Was that an accident? Like
I don't know. I don't know.
Like man just put it up there by accident?
It feels like a thematic record though. Again, this one's called Winter in America. Feels thematic. It doesn't really feel like Freddie in a lot of ways. It's just like singing. It doesn't sound like something he'd normally make. Like I can't even really describe it. Mm-hmm. I probably don't ever listen to this again unless this project is something thematic. Then I'll be into it. But yeah, not your typical Freddie. That one's called Winter in America. Beware of that one when you listen to that. Don't get super excited. What I did get excited about was not excited. That's not the right word. The Noname record. Noname came out with Rainforest. Let me bump a little bit of that one. She's always had a good pen. I always liked Noname's pen. I like her style. I mean, we know it's the kind of like a quiet rap poetry.
Yeah, it's like talking to
I'm
you.
a poetry talk you to death type thing.
Yeah.
And you're getting a lot of the same feel on Rainforest. Let's bump some of that.
It was around me rolling up and smoking me up because my rainforest press. Everybody does a little. Sup with the milk and the honey gates. I make money for money's sake. I've been writing 100 days. Took the wretched out the earth and called it baby for none. I know my shoulder blades are shattered wings that carry me home. I said, baby, come on. You know this flesh is only temporary, brittle as bone.
So you're getting, that kind of typical flow from Noname. I would say kind of typical flow at this point. And I mean, we know Noname at this point. She's gonna have anti-capitalistic messages in her rap. She's gonna have messages in her rap that kind of just speak to everything that's wrong with the world and that type of shit, right? So some of the bars that are on here, even the record is called Rainforest. She says, when a rainforest cries, everyone dies a little, which makes sense because they're breaking down the whole Amazon rainforest to put like condos up or some shit. Who knows?
No, they only just give off oxygen. Like
you know what I mean?
We don't really need that.
We don't need that. We're going to Mars, right? We're going to Mars. She also says a few other bars on here. It says, dying on stolen land for $1, like that ain't fucked up. It's fuck they money. I'ma say it in every song until the revolution come and the feds start running. So she tells you I must say fuck capitalism in every record that I make until there's some change. And then she has another bar on here where she said, made the world anti-black, then divided the class. Now the rich niggas is rich with what? Now the rich niggas is rich with your bread. Really bitch niggas with big figures, some coke heads. Wow. These bitches is coke heads, man. Fuck a billionaire, nigga.
Fuck.
Obviously in her way in terms of how she lays the words out. I was just reading the bars there, but
shout out to Noname.
Typical anti-capital type of messaging, typical poetic type of flow, typical quiet type of flow from Noname. I like it, and Noname I think is really well known for shorter records, and I like that from her. So this one's like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, something like that. I gave that a few spins for sure.
She's like, I got a message, I'm gonna say it.
And then I'm going to be out.
I'm out.
And then I know she even talked about just her presence in general. Like, she's not here to really sell merch or anything like that. Any kind of streaming revenue or anything like that.
I don't even know what she looks like. To be honest, like I've been hearing of Noname. I've been listening to her like here and there for about a few years now. I want to say I've never seen her face, but like I just fuck with the music.
Yeah, no, she makes good music, and again, her cause really goes back to her book club, where just promotes the right type of artist, promotes the right type of history.
Like Oprah's book.
In that sense, but like a really intentional. It's not just about bestsellers. It's really about educating and like highlighting.
That. I gotta look for that actually.
Certain authors. Actually, it's a pretty well followed book club.
Yeah.
Pretty well followed book club. They get some good read recommendations.
That's fire.
Leon Bridges came out with a record. This one's called Like a Ship. Leon Bridges, like we know, if you don't know, I should say, R&B soul type of artist, has a real old school vibe to him, And I mean, this record has kind of like a gospel feel. Like you get the church choir in there. It's really soul-esque. You're really feeling the lyricism on it. Kind of one of those feel-good records. Like if it sounds like a record that would be at the end of a movie,
like a BET special.
Yes.
Yes. Has like the pictures with the captions under it. Little Jamal,
Jamal ended up growing up and got a 4.0 in the University of Michigan and ended up being a doctor. Emily stayed home and ended up building her new community and I don't know, saving gentrification. I don't fucking know. But yeah, no, good record in general. I guess you got to be in that kind of mentality to really bump it. But a decent record overall. I tried bumping some of the records that you had brought up, but I'm not going to lie. They weren't it, bro.
Which ones?
All of them that you wrote were not it, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
So we're not gonna talk about them then, because you just shit on their music.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Not it, yo. I'm not.
Which
gonna lie
ones
to you,
though?
bro.
All of them are shit.
No, they're not shit. Like I'm hating. I wouldn't say they're shit, but
hold on,
I didn't really. Nothing really stood out for me, and I didn't. What I didn't bump was.
You didn't.
Actually, I couldn't find a lot of them. I couldn't find the Philmore Greene. Where are these records?
Fam, what in the
world?
world?
It's on Apple Music?
They're on YouTube.
Oh.
These are videos.
My fault.
Honestly, I think...
The only record I found was Duvy Schizophrenic, and it's decent.
Yeah, shout out to Duvy. Duvy's probably, I think after... Because Pressa's out of here already. I think after Pressa, Duvy's probably the next person to blow.
He has that sound. He has that sound that will blow.
He has the vibe. He has the charisma. You can see it. That's probably going to take him to the next level. And he has the work ethic. He's been putting shit out. So shout out to Duvy, Schizophrenic, out now. What I wanted to play was the Philmore Greene record, Nighttime Maneuvers.
Let me find that.
I like hip hop shit, like hip hoppy. It's like, but it's not like boom bap in your face, kind of like 1990s boom bap.
What's it
like,
called?
Nighttime Maneuvers. But nighttime, yeah. Philmore Greene.
Oh, Nighttime Maneuvers 3.
Yeah, that's the one.
Not to be confused with Nighttime Maneuvers 2, which came out 2 years ago. I was like, wait, how is this new? What are you talking about? Shout out to Philmore Greene, Nighttime Maneuvers 3. This one is shot by Rush Galaxy. Go check that shit out on YouTube. You know the vibes.
It is very cool mapping. Okay. I fuck with it.
Sage in the place. Okay, he's saging in the video.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's get into it live. Yeah. Financial freedom, we just trying to get by. Pac did it for Cali, as he delivered die in the shop. I was raised with generations of niggas who lacked the patience to make it, so the oven was moving, shaking, and baking.
No, that's fire.
Yeah, I fuck with it. Super fuck with it.
Yeah, I fuck with that. I do fuck with that. That's hella good right there. Shout out to Philmore Greene.
And if you can bump this one to TY, I think that's how you say his name, TWY, Justice for Regis. So I think you must have seen it with the whole situation with the cops. That was his sister.
Regis Porchinsky Paquette?
Yeah, was his sister.
Okay.
He didn't drop any music for a long time, like obviously, right? And then this is his first release since the whole situation happened. So if you could play a little bit of it, just to get the vibe of it.
Yeah, what we been through. All of the fam round with you. All of the fam round with you. I still pray that you want you for me. You know.
Okay. Daft Punk broke up, but apparently not.
Ooh.
No, that's dope. I like the sound.
I like the fact that he took a situation that could have been very dark. Okay. Yeah, he decided to make a situation that could have been very dark into a more positive feeling, I want to say, even though the message is still very unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, it's an intentional message behind it, right? There is a message behind it. I think his most recent project in 2020 was also along the same naming. Let me just take a look here really quickly. In November, project called Regis Forever.
Yeah.
Right. So still, and that was a 4-record EP. So still talking about that, still obviously shedding light on it, talking about the importance of it, and just grieving and going through shit and writing your way through it.
Yeah, doing it in his way. I respect it 1,000%.
I definitely respect it. Shout out to the video, to the visuals. Check that out on YouTube. TWY. Apologies for
TY.
TY. Apologies for mispronouncing the name there. That one's called Justice for Regis. Salute to that. Salute to that nonetheless. And yeah, that's kind of it.
Yeah. I'm good on the others.
I'm good on the others as well. Rotation. I'm like, wait, what do we have next again?
Oh, rotation.
This game was like a 20-point game with 2 minutes left.
That's crazy.
I don't know what's going on here. But let's get into what is in our rotation. Please. Do you want to go or do you want me to go?
You go.
Okay. Where did I start here? Okay. I did some J. Cole Artist Shuffle. I bumped Revenge of the Dreamers 2 by Dreamville, of course. I bumped that JID single, Skigi, whatever you want to call that. I bumped Alchemist. Alchemist is an album that he came out with not too long ago. That one's called Carry the Fire. It's an instrumental album. I bumped Judas and the Black Messiah. Not the soundtrack, but music inspired by the Inspired album. Self-Made Volume 2. I always go to that from time to time. That, of course, is MMG. That's the one with Power Circle, All Birds, Fountain of Youth, MIA. You know that one already.
Yeah.
JID featuring Denzel Curry. Love that record. New Beginnings. I went back and I bumped Reason's New Beginnings.
New Beginnings.
That's a good project. That's a real good project. I didn't show that project enough love either when it first came out, because Reason said like it's not like the real music, so to speak.
Yeah.
We just needed to come up with something. So I was like, I mean, that makes sense why I didn't like it. But I listened to it again and I was like, no, this is real good. This is real good. Just like the Tiller project. Like, I don't know why I didn't show it enough love. Maybe I was all musiced out for the year. I bumped Oxymoron Deluxe by Schoolboy Q, bringing it back to 2014.
Fire album.
I don't know why I brought it back then, but I did. There's a solid playlist on Spotify. It's called Mood Ring. Just some records on there. Savannah Ray, Solid. All to Myself by Ebony. Escape from LA by The Weeknd. Use Somebody by Division. Late to the Party by Anders. So it kind of has that vibe to it. A lot of artists and records that I've never heard before. And it kind of gives me a little bit of R&B discovery as well. So I like that playlist a lot. I listened to Wale, Good Vibes. And I listened to, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
That's it, mate.
All right. So I was listening to Edna, Heady One. A little UK vibe. Listening to the Fraud Department, Jim Jones. That shit is fucking fire. That album is actually crazy. Listening to Vori by Vori. Then I went on a Future binge, little binge. Listened to Hendrix, and then Future, self-titled, DS2, and then that brought me to Maxo Cream for some reason. I was feeling extra violent, just wilding out.
Extra violent, I'm dead.
So the Persona tape by Maxo Cream, then Brandon Banks, and then that brought me to Skip Marley, Higher Place. I don't know. Have you heard that album?
No, I haven't.
Great fucking album. It has like the Her record on it.
Yes.
He has a track with Rick Ross on it that's fire, and then he has a track with Damian Marley that's actually fire too. Good AM, Mac Miller, Watching Movies, Mac Miller, and then Whole Lot of Red, Playboy Cardi.
Okay.
That's about it.
Okay. Let's get into that post-potpourri. We got NBA All Star right around the corner in a couple of weeks in Atlanta. Some players like it, some players don't.
I got bros in Atlanta.
In the meantime, All-Star Team. All-Star Team was announced. So the pool of All-Star reserves, which was selected by a vote of the league's coaches, was announced on Tuesday. That was back on like February 22nd or something like that. Yeah. So 7 players from each conference. In terms of the East, James Harden, Ben Simmons, Jason Tatum, Nikola Vucic, Jaylen Brown, Zach LaVine, and Julius Randle. That's 8. They were selected from the East. Whereas in terms of the West, Chris Paul, Anthony Davis, Paul George, Damian Lillard, Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell, and Zion Williamson were selected from the West.
I'm not surprised about Zion. I thought Brandon Ingram was having a better year than him, though, but yeah.
So I'm curious as to, now there were some replacements. So Anthony Davis is not playing. Devin Booker replaced him.
Okay.
And then I think Kevin Durant is not playing, which is very unfortunate because I would love to see him in there. But and Domantas Sabonis is replacing him.
My guy.
Now, I was going to ask who was snubbed, and those were the first 2 names that came to my mind.
Yeah.
Devin Booker, how? And then Sabonis, how? They obviously ended up getting into it. I don't think there's any Raptors players, for example. I'm not saying we warrant a selection, but Pascal, Kyle Lowry, Fred VanVleet, they were not included. Maybe Kyle, if anything.
Yeah, but nah. Other than that, nah.
Pascal? You don't think Pascal? Are you sick of Vucevic making it every year?
Bro, I'm honestly, to be honest, I'm actually sick of the All-Star weekend in general.
Shit.
To be honest, I barely even watch it.
Shit. No, it's still fun. You're wild.
Is it? Like dunk competition shit. I like the skills competition. It's all right. 3-point competition,
You don't like watching talent at the highest level just go at it in good fun, in good faith?
I do, but it's like, man.
Some additional snubs. I mentioned Devin Booker already. Trae Young was snubbed.
Yeah, I think so.
Domantas Sabonis was snubbed until he replaced. Again,
East?
Devin Booker. Chris Middleton was snubbed.
Shout out to Levine for getting that All-Star.
Definitely deserved.
Balling.
Definitely deserved. Darren Fox was snubbed. Jeremy Grant was snubbed. Detroit doesn't have enough wins. He's wilding out this year. He's putting up like 23 a game, but
Julius Randle got it, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Well
Good
deserved.
for him too.
Well deserved. Mike Conley said he should get in. I don't think so. And then DeMar DeRozan, probably not either. But yeah, it's just a lot of talent.
Yeah.
People are gonna get snubbed every year.
That's the way the game goes.
Doesn't surprise me. Somebody who was not snubbed was Kyrie Irving. Right, so he's there. He's on there. And he made a statement about the NBA logo.
Yes, I see. I was just watching that last night.
Now, we already talked about the NBA logo at the time of Kobe's passing on this podcast. Rest in peace, of course.
Yeah.
Kyrie has brought it up again. Kyrie wants the NBA to change the logo to Kobe Bryant. He posted on Instagram what a lot of people feel the image that would be used if Kobe were to replace the logo. Mm-hmm. And in his caption, he said, "It's got to happen. I don't care what anyone says. Black Kings built the league."
1,000,000%.
And when I read Black Kings built the league, the only thing I could think about was that video to Ninth Wonder. Yo, Ninth, I need some beats, King. I need some beats, King. So clearly Kyrie Irving is a user of King.
Yeah.
But I mean, what do you think? Okay, I guess my question is, will the logo be a conversation that's ever entertained?
It has to be. It has to be updated at some point. It's fucking Jerry West.
Yeah, and even Jerry West himself said, "Bro, I don't care."
Yeah, like it's got to be updated. I think it should be. If it's not Kobe, it should be some black player.
Mm-hmm.
Because think about it, who are the greatest basketball players of all time?
I think it should be Kobe.
It should be Kobe. Like there's no question.
Just with the image that's used, it fits the Jerry West silhouette. It's modernized. It cements Kobe's legacy. Like, not to say it needs cementing, but we obviously lost a legend too early.
Damn, man. That still fucks me up.
It fucks me up a lot now that I think about it. But I actually think that it should be changed. But what can you do?
Yeah.
Right? What can you do? What did I post about Twitter here? Oh, Twitter.
Is it the... I can't remember. I didn't check it.
Twitter has just announced super followers.
Yeah, I see. Okay.
So users will be able to monetize their content with exclusive tweets for their super followers.
I wish they did this like 5, 6, 7 years ago
Is
when Twitter
there
was booming.
anyone on Twitter that you would pay
No.
see exclusive tweets?
No.
I don't give a fuck.
I would have like when Twitter was super booming, like when it was super popping.
When it was super booming.
Huh?
Who would you have paid? Deez is nice? Like
Nah. that fucking what was the guy's name again? This guy had like the wildest tweets ever, bro. I don't even think he's on Twitter anymore. But that guy.
that guy.
Even my tweets, bro. Like people would have paid for my tweets back in those days.
Shit.
I was saying some.
I like the confidence.
Egregious shit.
I like the confidence. I can't even be mad at that.
I was wildin', bro.
I am not paying for no one's fucking tweet ever.
No.
I'm just gonna say that. The picture that they showed, it said like super follow person X to show your support. You get a supporter badge. You get subscriber only newsletters. You get exclusive content. You get deals and discounts. You get community access. And the price that they had showed in the mock-up image was $5 a month, quote unquote, cancel anytime.
No, that's pretty interesting.
What I will say is that, I mean, jokes aside, right? Because I'm not paying for no motherfuckers' tweets ever.
No.
But in terms of a potential streaming revenue, or stream of revenue for somebody that has content to push, right?
Yeah.
Say it's a betting prediction channel, right? Like
basically Patreon?
like boxing MMA picks.
I guess Patreon.
Ultimately, but what is Patreon? If you go on Patreon, it's just, even if you go on OnlyFans. Obviously, there's a joke about what OnlyFans is, but it can be used for anything.
Yeah.
OnlyFans is just Instagram. That's locked.
Literally. So
and Twitter is just Twitter. That's locked.
It'd probably make more sense for Instagram because I would pay for some content on Instagram.
Yeah.
That would make sense, but Twitter.
I mean, if it's used in the same way, right? So again, I use the example of, let's say, a sports betting professional, get your professional picks.
Yeah.
And they have a Patreon, they have a whatever where they have their exclusive picks, parlay picks.
Right.
Boxing MMA picks. Check that out on YouTube. Boxing MMA picks. Boxing MMA picks. The same way Patreon would be used for that is the same way these tweets will be used for that.
True.
You know, and I wonder if there's some kind of preview feature where you can show like the first X amount of characters, or
I guess
something like
that. I just think the content on Twitter is not
really meant to stay on a board like IG is.
It's not built for that.
It's more so come and go.
Exactly.
Yeah, but we know these tech companies are all trying to be everything, right?
I guess.
So, I don't know. And final news of the day, final post-potpourri of the day before we get out of here. Did you hear about what's happening in the east part of Toronto, East York? The East York residents. So East York, obviously we're talking about Toronto, basically, just the eastern part of Toronto. East York residents are trying to save a parking lot that is slated to be turned into affordable housing. So here's some of the commentary.
Okay.
School, public swimming pool, baseball teams, and now neighbors were in the dark when it came to the future of this East York parking lot.
And I was quite surprised about that.
Soon to be turned into 64 units of affordable housing for the city's homeless.
The community depends on this site.
Steve Bland has lived in the area near Woodbine Avenue and O'Connor Drive for 11 years.
This parking lot is a hub. It's the heart of a community.
And argues the parking lot services an elementary school, public swimming pool, baseball teams, and hockey clubs for children.
To increase the population density here with 64 units of people going through the most troubling, difficult times of their lives, this may not be the appropriate place to do it.
The whole area is really just a children's recreation and athletic hub of the whole of East York. And there's a lot of safety issues and concerns that we have.
One of those concerns is that these community members claim there was absolutely no public consultation.
There has been no consultation at all.
Councillor for the area, Brad Bradford, says the federal government has given the city...
Okay, so let's consult. Like, what's up?
Yo, what's wrong with Steve?
Yo, listen, man.
Steve Black.
Listen.
That's his name. Steve Black.
I will agree, though, that parking in East York is no fun.
Yeah. All of Toronto.
I will
Like,
admit
parking
that.
everywhere in Toronto is shit. So
But-
to have a whole parking lot gone is, oh, shit.
Come on, man. So I saw somebody tweet, so you're more willing to protect homeless cars than you are homeless people.
That's like just been the thing though. Like
Nah.
Toronto doesn't give a fuck about homeless people, bro. Like, and the fact that they're actually doing something for homeless people and people still don't give a fuck. Like, I don't get it. Like, how do you win?
Well, you know how it is, right? People want things until it's done in their premises.
Yeah. Until it
I
affects...
want it done, but do it over there.
Yeah, do it over there, so I don't have to see it. But yeah,
That's some bullshit.
so you basically said fuck those homeless people, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
because
that's-
it's a hub where we gather.
the hub of all of East York.
All of East York.
That's
Come on,
wild.
man.
The whole
This
barrel,
guy's
the whole
cap.
barrel plays there.
That's cap. Promise you that, bro. Fuck, that's some
What's wrong
super
with Steve
cap.
Black?
Man, listen. Let's get to the end of this show. Cue that music.
Oh, I got a beatbox today.
You got a beatbox today. Cause with that being said, of course, that will take us to the end, the unfortunate end of another episode of
All
the
good
True
things
North
must
Views
come to an end.
podcast. As usual, we only have one ask of you guys. Whatever social media platform it is, including YouTube, do everything that's going to help out the algorithms. Like, rate, comment, subscribe, share on your story.
Yep.
I don't know, man. Bookmark, add it to your playlist. Do whatever you got to do. Do whatever you got to do to get that algorithm pumping. We definitely appreciate that. And as usual, I go by the name of Harris.
It's Dill Dot, aka the podcast K Dot, aka Caramel Poppy, aka the Caramel God, aka Dill Indian Style, pulling up from the logo, 3-pointers only, bang, bang, bang.
Bang, puts it in. Something about Skirt Master, Mr. Triple Double, no assists, averaging 1.7 steals, something along those lines. You can call him just show, like he ain't here today. But normally I would ask him to tell us the number one rule, and what he would say is watch out for the wastemans.
And the mans that have the winter hat fitteds.
Well, I haven't seen one of those in
That,
ages.
if a man still has a winter hat fitted on, go the opposite way.
I haven't seen one of those in ages. God damn. Anyways, man, True North Views podcast episode 144. Peace.